But to make up for it, I shall wear my cloak with the golden flowers and my necklace of diamonds, which are not so bad." They sent for a good hairdresser to arrange their double-frilled caps, and bought patches at the best shop. They summoned Cinderella and asked her advice, for she had good taste. Cinderella gave them the best possible suggestions, and even offered to dress their hair, to which they gladly agreed. While she was thus occupied, they said, "Cinderella, would you not like to go to the ball?" "Ah, but you fine ladies are laughing at me. It would be no place for me." "That is very true. People would laugh to see a cinder slut in the ballroom." Anyone else but Cinderella would have done their hair amiss, but she was good-natured, and she finished them off to perfection. They were so excited in their glee that for nearly 2 days they ate nothing. They broke more than a dozen laces through drawing their stays tight in order to make their waists more slender, and they were perpetually in front of a mirror. At last the happy day arrived. Away they went, Cinderella watching them as long as she could keep them in sight. When she could no longer see them, she began to cry. Her godmother found her in tears and asked what was troubling her. I should like... She was crying so bitterly that she could not finish the sentence. Said her godmother, who was a fairy, "You would like to go to the ball, would you not?" "Ah, yes," said Cinderella, sighing. "Well, well," said her godmother, "promise to be a good girl, and I will arrange for you to go." She took Cinderella into her room and said, "Go into the garden and bring me a pumpkin." Cinderella went at once and gathered the finest that she could find. This she brought to her godmother, wondering how a pumpkin could help in taking her to the ball. Her godmother scooped it out, and when only the rind was left, struck it with her wand. Instantly the pumpkin was changed into a beautiful coach, gilded all over. Then she went and looked in the mouse-trap, where she found 6 mice all alive. She told Cinderella to lift the door of the mouse-trap a little, and as each mouse came out, she gave it a tap with her wand, whereupon it was transformed into a fine horse, so that here was a fine team of 6 dappled mouse-gray horses. But she was puzzled to know how to provide a coachman. "I will go and see," said Cinderella. "If there is not a rat in the rat-trap, we could make a coachman of him." "Quite right," said her godmother. "Go and see." Cinderella brought in the rat-trap, which contained 3 big rats. The fairy chose one specially on account of his elegant whiskers. As soon as she had touched him, he turned into a fat coachman with the finest mustachios that ever were seen. "Now go into the garden and bring me the 6 lizards which you will find behind the water-butt." No sooner had they been brought than the godmother turned them into 6 lackeys, who at once climbed up behind the coach in their braided liveries, and hung on there as if they had never done anything else all their lives. Then said the fairy godmother, "Well, there you have the means of going to the ball. Are you satisfied?" "Oh, yes, but am I to go like this in my ugly clothes?" Her godmother merely touched her with her wand, and on the instant her clothes were changed into garments of gold and silver cloth, bedecked with jewels. After that her godmother gave her a pair of glass slippers, the prettiest in the world. Thus altered, she entered the coach. Her godmother bade her not to stay beyond midnight, whatever happened, warning her that if she remained at the ball a moment longer, her coach would again become a pumpkin, her horses mice, and her lackeys lizards, while her old clothes would reappear upon her once more. She promised her godmother that she would not fail to leave the ball before midnight, and away she went, beside herself with delight. The king's son, when he was told of the arrival of a great princess whom nobody knew, went forth to receive her. He handed her down from the coach and led her into the hall where the company was assembled. At once there fell a great silence. The dancers stopped, the violins played no more. So rapt was the attention which everybody bestowed upon the superb beauty of the unknown guest. Everywhere could be heard in confused whispers, "Oh, how beautiful she is!" The king, old man as he was, could not take